Killmonger, one of the most compelling villains in the Black Panther movie. A warrior fueled by vengeance, trained to be a weapon, and determined to take what he believes is rightfully his. But there's one thing about him that stands out instantly: his scars. Raised, uniform, covering his entire body. Each one represents a kill. But these aren't just a design choice. They're rooted in real-world African traditions, ones that go far deeper than many realize. So what's the truth behind Killmonger's scars? And what do they reveal about his character? Let's dive in. The symbolism of scarification. In the film, Killmonger tells us that each scar marks a life he's taken. It's a chilling statement, making his entire body a map of death. But this design is inspired by a real cultural practice: scarification. Scarification is an ancient tradition in many African cultures. Tribes such as the Mercy, Karo, and Surma people of Ethiopia, as well as the Dinka of South Sudan, have long practiced it. These scars are not random. They symbolize strength, beauty, status, or even achievements in battle. For warriors, these markings were a sign of bravery. In some cases, a young man would endure painful scarification to prove he could handle the struggles of war and life. But Killmonger takes this practice and twists it. Instead of scars as symbols of heritage, identity, and honor, his are a tally of destruction. A warrior's tradition turned into a brutal body count. The specific design of Killmonger's scars is based on the crocodile initiation scars seen in some West African cultures, particularly in the Betemerabe people of Benin and Togo. In this tradition, young men receive raised scars in patterns that resemble crocodile skin. This is meant to symbolize transformation and resilience, a rite of passage into manhood. But there's another connection that makes Killmonger's scars even more fitting. In some African warrior societies, warriors receive scars for each enemy they defeated in battle. This practice was seen in groups like the Nuer people of South Sudan, who used scarring to represent victories and status among warriors. So, in a twisted way, Killmonger is honoring an African tradition, but in the most violent way possible. The idea of Killmonger having ritualistic markings isn't new to the MCU. His comic book counterpart, Ninja Daka, was created in 1973 and had a ritualistic appearance with tribal elements. While he didn't have scars in the original comics, his later appearances included war paint and markings that resembled battle scars. The film took this concept and elevated it, making his scars a visual representation of his past, his trauma, and his ruthless nature. Killmonger and T'Challa are two sides of the same coin. T'Challa carries the weight of his ancestors on the inside. He rules with wisdom, guided by tradition. Killmonger wears his past on his skin. Every scar is a reminder of his pain, his mission, his rage. When they battle, it's not just a fight for the throne, it's a fight for Wakanda's very soul. Killmonger sees his scars as a badge of honor, proof of his strength. But T'Challa, they're a sign of a man consumed by violence. Killmonger's scars aren't just for show. They're a visual story, one rooted in real African traditions, yet warped by his personal quest for revenge. They represent the fine line between heritage and destruction, tradition and brutality. And in the end, they serve as a chilling reminder: Killmonger wasn't just a villain, he was a warrior shaped by pain. What do you think? Did you know the real-life meaning behind his scars? Let's talk in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the Marvel Universe.